The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Monday pod.
Hey-oh.
Sounds like you just don't want to do the podcast.
I just said I'm not into sport.
Buzz just said we've got a sports podcast today, and Suze went, no, I'm not into sport.
I'm not, actually. I can be, if you really want me to.
Yeah, we do want you to.
I think you're contractually obliged to be.
Care.
I got a question that the Scenic Rim, is Tambourine Mountain really on the Scenic Rim?
Actually, yeah, I'm confused about that.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't even know whether we're talking north or south. I get so
I thought it was
confused.
Boona. I don't know.
Boona is definitely in the Scenic Rim.
Okay.
Let me have a look. I'll Google.
Is that
Okay.
south? That's on. Is that where Hartwood is?
Well, that's Springbrook.
And
It's Canungra, isn't it?
when
Yeah.
did they come up with that name, Scenic Rim? It
Scenic
wasn't around
Rim.
when we were a kid.
I haven't,
No.
used, I haven't used that terminology.
Last
for-
5 years.
Yeah.
You haven't used it since you had that ocean views at schoolies.
Yeah, Scenic Rim is Tambourine.
Is it?
Yep. Just.
Welcome to the Scenic Rim.
Okay.
Technically, Bow Desert is the Scenic Rim.
Oh, yes. Classic boat, is it?
So, I mean, you could win a trip to Bow Desert if you'd like.
Bow Desert's a great place, mate.
Is that where I went? Kingaroy? Kilcoy?
No.
Different area.
Down? No.
The Scenic
No.
Rim was named in the mid-1900s
So it was before.
by adventure naturalist and tourism pioneer Arthur Groom. He was describing the chain of mountains around the valleys between Brisbane and Tambourine Mountain, and it was known as the Scenic Rim.
Well, I did not know that was the case.
Rath
Interesting.
Downey.
Oh, that's
Rathdowney?
where my dad's from.
Played
Here we
soccer
go.
there.
He is. His dad had a butcher there. He was born in Bow Desert, though.
There's a place called Milford. Have you guys heard of that?
No,
No.
not in Australia.
In the Scenic Rim.
Milford Sound.
Yeah.
I've heard of Milford Sound.
Coochon.
Coochon.
Never heard of that.
Coochon, my friend, Coochon Creek, that's north, right?
Scenic
Coochon Creek.
Rim.
No, there's Coochon Creek.
Oh, Coochon Creek.
That's
might
where
be.
my mate's got a festival site. He's starting up there.
Oh, right. Yep.
But that's a different spot.
You sure?
The Comiskis. Is that
Might be.
Comiskis?
Coochon.
Is that south? I thought Coochon Creek was somewhere near Steve Irwin Way and everything.
Oh, okay. I don't
that
know.
could be completely wrong.
There's the Mount View alpaca farm as well, which I've been
I went to one of
before.
them
What do they do with
My kid's
alpacas?
girlfriend dragged me there
You
once.
feed them. And they
No, I get that, but if
You're
you're
walking.
farming them, like
You're
what's,
gonna
So this,
Yeah, keep
yeah,
burping
keep
too.
burping, bro.
what's the payoff?
You're
Well,
right.
so what this alpaca farm
you
farm
shear them?
has, I don't know, no, because you milk them, and then
Oh, you milk them.
they had alpaca meat there. So like,
Oh, that's so
we
cute.
went there for breakfast, and I wasn't keen on eating alpaca, so
We went on a walk with them.
we alpacaed up and went somewhere else for breakfast. If you see what I mean.
That's. I've never heard of anyone eating alpaca.
At least the people there were doing it.
No.
No. And kangaroo meat's never really caught on, has it?
No.
You know, although
they
you
should, though,
see-
because a lot of pests are kangaroos.
Pests.
Yeah, you see it in Woolies sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
think it's really
mitts.
lean, isn't it?
That's what they say.
Bodybuilders eat it, I think.
yeah,
Like people
high
who,
protein, no fat.
yeah, it's pretty lean and.
But you know what I mean? It hasn't caught on.
No.
Like it's funny how we've just gone chicken, pork, beef, and fish,
Yeah, like why is
Yeah.
kangaroo any different?
Yeah,
Sheep?
it's a
Sheep?
good point.
Did you say sheep? Sheep.
and sheep.
Lamb.
Yeah.
Oh, you said lamb.
So what else are we
You say
missing?
lamb? I don't know.
Like what else is sort of
They're your
mainstream?
big four.
And chickens are going to be taking off. Chicken will be the main
Pork?
meat
Do you say
everyone has in the
pig?
future.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
Chicken, because it can be grown really quickly and cheaply in not much space.
Not at the moment, the old bird flu outbreak. You heard about that?
I heard about the eggs when I was on Today's Show this morning. Something about there's a limit on how many
Yeah,
eggs
2
you can
cartons.
buy
Because of bird flu.
Yeah, why is
Yeah.
that? Because you might catch it, or
Clarkson's farm. That
They've
happens, I think.
killed a bunch of things, yeah. Chickens, apparently.
What happens on Clarkson's farm is some other animal, like a badger or something, carries it, and then the cows. And I don't know whether this is. I think I'm crossing different diseases now. But anyway, they carry it, and the cows, like touch them, and then they get it, and then all sorts of business.
Well, how did the chicken end up with it?
It's called bird flu.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're thinking of, what's that other one?
Anyway, they're
Mad
not-
swine. What's the cow one?
it happens. with
Mad
chicken-
cow disease, I think.
It
was
happens
actually.
Mad cow.
chickens and the
Sue's mad
cows
cow
on Clarkson's
disease.
I
farm.
remember that for
That,
a
like-
period in England.
But the chickens do get in trouble, and they have to go inside
Yeah.
the coop
Bird
for
flu, I
like
think it's-
6
yeah.
months.
Mad cow disease.
And just live inside, and because he puts music on, he puts audio books in there, and it was like 50 Shades of Grey, and there's like videos of the chickens just sitting there listening to this like,
Sitting off.
sexy chat on Clarkson's farm.
Oh, really?
And do they
It's
get?
this sort of
Do
gear.
they get horny, for a better word? Chickens.
It's hard to
Oh,
tell,
hell yeah.
but I'd say they probably
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
There's just chickens. There's no male roosters there.
Well, the thing is, they didn't really fully explain it. When they released them after the bird flu had passed, there was one cock in there.
Yeah.
And they don't know how he got in there, but he's been having. He's pretty much, and Clarkson says that guy's pretty much been in a women's prison for the last 6 months.
Oh, that's a true story.
What a lucky day for
What
that.
a field
Rooster.
day. Yeah, he somehow walked in.
That even didn't know it was there.
I love how he
He's the
didn't
only
share
one.
it with one other person either. I'm not even going to tell my mate about this.
Do you reckon, like...
Keeping it all to
Yeah, he
myself.
didn't. He could have gone home and told his
Yeah.
people, no, I'm
Well,
stuck
listen,
in here.
the
Lock
two-
the door, I'm in
yeah.
here. Do you reckon if that was a social experiment, and there was like 20 women on a deserted island, and they just put one dude, but it was like the guy, like is not attractive. Eventually, that new
Yeah.
society would evolve where he is the king and
Yeah.
the
I wonder. Oh,
and the hottest person that everyone wants to mate because of just pure.
I reckon it would become
selection.
the island of Lesbos, and they wouldn't bother with him. They'd probably kill him.
You reckon they'd start a hockey tournament? Any girls want to make out? No, Gary, we've got sectionals in 2 weeks. I'm a chance of making the Wide Bay team.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.